Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video made by George. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. Is what is quality, fit and finish, or design choice. We'll look at a few examples of Benchmade, Spyderco, and the Gerber knives that I have over the years, which has some kind of maybe cosmetic issue or perhaps even quality issue. So first example I'm going to show you is it's the Benchmade 943, early 2000. I think during that time, Benchmade had some problem with like knife sharpening or something. Some of their knives just come very dull. This one came very dull in the beginning, but for some reason, now it's actually doing okay. You can see it's still somewhat toothy. But when I first got the knife, for some reason, it was very toothy, like it just teared the paper all the time. I think maybe some burr came off during the time that I've had it for the few years. I didn't actually like use this knife, this is not a user knife, but I think maybe the burr came off and now it's a little bit sharper than before, but you can still see there's something catching here and there. The dull edge, when I first got it, I would consider it as a quality issue really, because well, if you bought a knife for this kind of money, the first thing you want to know is like the knife is actually going to be very sharp. And the knife, when I first got it, was rather disappointing. We're going to I'm going to just mark it down as quality issue for the edge very dull. You can see the pivot screw. Again, this is not a user knife, so this is like from the first day I got it, the paint came off or something. This shouldn't have actually passed their quality control at the very end of the line. So I think that's it's really a borderline fit and finish or a quality issue. I can't actually say which one it is, so maybe I could say it's both. Because for the kind of price you pay, you expect them to actually examine like for any kind of obvious problem the knife has. So I'm going to mark this one down as a quality issue and fit and finish. The next one I have is a Spyderco Quali 3. So this knife is made in Japan. So you imagine actually the quality is very nice. For the most part, the knife is very high quality. Until I came home and I saw this. There's some part of the knife blade which is I can't say whether they were rusty or just imperfection on the blade. This is a semi blade with a ZDP 189 core. And as you can see on the very edge here, again, this is a collectible knife. It's not my user's. So none of this problem was actually introduced by me. And you can see deep inside the pivot over there, there's another black mark. And that black mark and this black mark here, I believe they're all just problems with the perhaps the finish. I wouldn't exactly call this quality issue unless it affects my my usage, and I don't think it should affect my usage because this is not like a dull knife which actually doesn't serve the purpose very well, and this probably would not make the knife any more rust prone than normal, but I think it's just cosmetic stuff that they should have actually looked at. So I wouldn't say it's quality, but it's borderline. So I'm gonna say it's quality and fit and finish. For other things, the knife is actually pretty much perfect. So for that, we're going to say it's a quality issue and fit and finish. What people consider as the prestigious Spyderco knives are made in Taiwan or States. In my opinion, from my experience, the Spyderco United States have been better at doing this. Perhaps the Taiwanese actually very good at doing making the knife beautiful and brilliant, and I give it to them. But I always find that the Taiwanese made knives, they just have very sharp edges, as though they never actually rounded this up. When I first got the knife, I could already tell like when you touch up the back of the tongue and back of the handle, it's just I don't think they actually made an effort to round it up. So we take a close look. It's not that it will cut you, but but every place except the blade is just still feeling a little bit untouched. So I wouldn't say that's a quality or fit and finish issue. I think that's most likely a design choice. They never emphasized rounding up these corners. So it's slightly discomfort, but it's not affecting the use. And some people probably would say that's not a problem at all. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Gerber LMF tool. For this one, it's simple. Nothing else is really wrong, except maybe some people would pick on the back of the tang and say, oh, that's actually a lot of water jet mark. Is that a problem with the quality issue? And in my opinion, that's just a design choice. The engineer who designed this knife or designed the manufacturing process of this knife simply decided we're going to just leave it as it is because the knife is going to be coated. But it doesn't affect the use. It's fairly comfortable. I can't see anything in here that's actually wrong. So that's not a problem at all. We've got the Spyderco military here. One of the problems I have is, see the pocket clip screw is not all the way in. It's just maybe a 1 millimeter outside where it should be sitting. In my opinion, it's just a fit and finish. The other thing is the blade center. So looking at this one, you can see that the blade centering is a little bit off to the left. Would that be a problem? In my opinion, like blade centering can be a big problem if, say, your blade is like horribly off to one of the sides, and or maybe even to a point where it scratches the handle. If this is just like slightly off the center, I think that's fine. That's like, I say it's just not a problem. None. SOG Trident 2.0, and first thing that I had a problem with was this stitch here. So when they finished the stitching, they should have actually like melted this bit so that it looks tidy. So in my opinion, that's a fit and finish issue, as well as maybe a design choice, because they never chose to do anything about it, in my opinion. So that's a fit and finish and design choice. The other thing is the retention strap. Now that's actually a very bad thing. Like, as you can see, it's very dry and like it's cracking everywhere. I think potentially someday it may just like fail and like no longer retain the knife for you. So in my opinion, that's a quality issue as well as a fit and finish issue. Lastly, we have a very minor dent. This knife is definitely my collectible knife, so I don't use it. I didn't cause this problem. I think that's reasonably a tolerable issue that I encountered with this knife. So I set that one as a fit and finish issue, not a quality issue, because it doesn't affect the usage. I hope you could maybe tell me some of the quality issues that you encountered with your knives and what you did about it. Please comment down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and share. Thank you. Have a great new year ahead.